Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Ned's Silly Season podcast. I am Fogs, your host, and we are a man down this week, Jack.
Yep. Shad, where are you, mate? Where is he? I think I know what happened. He's sick of buying us lunch every week.
He has mentioned a couple times how broke he is, so I feel like shouting lunch might not be the best for his wallet.
Well, he's on a work trip. He's on his second job, so he's working two jobs at once. You know, he's raking it in.
Times are tough.
He's crying poor, the poor fella. But he's down in Adelaide at the Fringe Festival, I believe. Adelaide or Sydney?
Doing his comedy show, so we wish him all the best. He is editing this episode, so we could get a rough cut if we piss him off too much. But it is, Jack, it's just you and I today.
Not as many gags, unfortunately.
No, clearly we're the serious ones.
Yeah. Let's talk sport.
That's all very, very serious. Well, I don't think we've talked sport in like 2 or 3 episodes, which is it's been interesting. We got a tap on the shoulder the other day being like, you boys actually need to get back on track a little bit.
Well, that's the basis of the business, I guess. It's selling a bet here and there.
Less jokes, more actual sport talk. I don't know. Maybe that might be my 13th reason. I don't know. What's this all been about?
What is this about?
But there's obviously footy is back this weekend. We've got both codes. We had Vegas all wrapped up. Real NRL is back. The Bronx are playing on Friday. Aussie Rules returns.
Yep.
It's just exciting. It's a good time of year.
There are a few things that we don't care about, like the T20 World Cup, the semi-finals of this week, but who cares? Yeah. Get rid of it.
I didn't watch a ball. and then it really, once Australia was out, I cared even less.
Oh, yeah. Getting belted by Zimbabwe. What's going on? Anyway, T20, it's ridiculous. F1's in Australia. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I'm monitoring that situation pretty closely. We're keeping an eye on it. There's a few teams stuck in Bahrain, but big F1 boy reckons they should be all right.
Yeah, apparently all the cars are at Albert Park
already
in their containers, so it's just a matter of getting teams over now. So that's exciting. It's big changes this season. So there's a lot of rule changes. There's changes to the car. They're leaning more towards electric powered, so it's more hybrid.
Yep.
They're introducing battery saving techniques and being able to utilize power down the straight, getting rid of DRS.
It hasn't worked in the cricket, so I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a big reset season. So I think the first race is going to be exciting because we're going to really find out where the teams are positioned.
Yep.
Who's actually done their homework heading into the season. One team who hasn't is Aston Martin.
Okay.
So they've got the Honda engine still. So the only team operating with a Honda engine, and apparently they haven't been able to do much testing at all of their vehicles because there has been issues with the engine. So they're potentially going to come to Australia, do one lap and then retire their vehicles. There's been rumours about that happening. They're running out of spare parts.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of a professional team having a worse preseason than just rocking up to this multi-billion-dollar industry, race one, and just being like, oh, we'll do one lap to avoid the fines and penalties, and then we're pulling out?
That's insane. So would they be doing that during practice, or would they get through practicing?
They have to qualify, and then they have to do one race within a certain percentage of the qualifying times to be a legal lap, and then they can essentially retire the vehicle.
That's
it's a bit of a loophole.
That's unheard of. I can't think of anything that compares. That's like, and there's no sort of tanking. You don't get draft picks. You don't get sort of. They didn't new nuts and bolts next year. They didn't
have the greatest 2025 season, and they were always pointing. All their messaging and rhetoric was going to bigger and better 2026. What a horrible start.
Jeez.
I can't think of any other sport where you just rock up and it's like, oh, No, we haven't been training. No. We didn't
Especially-
buy any footies.
Yeah.
We've been playing with the wrong size ball this whole time.
Who's
Yeah.
You're obviously going down. You're gonna
Yep.
have a look. You're gonna check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to talk with the people. I'm actually going in for the first time
Wow.
It's the hottest ticket in town ever since bloody Drive to Survive has hit the screen.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be at the Melbourne GP. People who aren't actual race fans want to be there. You want to be seen there. In the merch, don't get me started on the merch, actually.
Okay.
You're paying upwards of $100 for a cap to start off with.
Jesus.
And then the operators, I've never understand these operators that support a car manufacturer as
Yeah,
a team.
right.
And they spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars kitting themselves out in Mercedes gear, per se. Do you drive Mercedes? Do you have one at home?
Well, I feel like if you weren't buying $100 hats and,
Yeah.
and polos, you might be able to afford one. But so you're like, I'm obviously, I don't really follow the F1
Yeah.
at all. But people, is it mainly people following drivers, or it sounds like they're following teams instead?
The big fans follow teams.
Right.
There are I'll staunchly just follow any Australian that's
Yep.
got a seat. So it's Piastri at the moment at McLaren,
Yep.
although they dogged him a bit in 2025.
Yep.
You were on him in the futures for
Yes.
this podcast.
Yeah, no good. No good.
But they might be, so they had a far superior car to everyone else last season, but they might fall back in the pack with all these rule changes.
Yeah,
Apparently Mercedes has tested quite well and Ferrari looks fast. So.
I've got the futures up here,
Yeah.
actually. So who would you be picking? And I'll tell you how much they are. Without
Well,
corrupting you.
All the buzz is around George.
Yep.
To start the season with
Yep.
the testing, he seems to be quite confident himself. I just wouldn't go past Verstappen because it's a reset. He's easily the best driver, and I think he'll be the quickest to adapt to new rules, new cars, and that sort of thing. Even if the Red Bull is a bit slower. So I'd have Verstappen, George, and even Leclerc.
Well, that is actually the top three.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so George Russell's the $3 favourite to win the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen is $4, and Charles Leclerc is $5.
Yeah.
So that's your 1, 2, and 3
Yeah.
at time of record, price subject to change, of course.
Yeah.
And then, our boy Piastri is all the way down the pack, $15.
That's disrespectful. I think at that price, wouldn't mind chucking $1 on there.
And then who did you say? Aston Martin, no good.
Yeah, what's the Drivers' Championships
So
looking like?
Alonso is $41, and then Lance Stroll
Do
is
they have the
$401.
Manufacturers' Championship futures?
Let me bloody pull it up for you. Is that...
There's also a new team on the grid, so there's 22 cars now, 11 teams.
Oh.
We've got Cadillac and American teams joined
Oh,
up.
hell yeah.
So it's funny how it's gone more hybrid, but we got this old American muscle brand coming in. So where's the Teslas and the Build Your Dreams and all these little Chinese
A couple
bits and
Polestars
pieces?
getting around.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's good. We're getting a bit of freedom in the
Yeah.
F1. The F stands for freedom.
So
That should be their marketing slogan.
F for freedom.
Freedom one, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so it's exciting. New cars, old drivers though. They got Checo and his name's just
Valtteri Bottas.
Valtteri Bottas,
He is-
who's an Aussie favourite actually.
Yeah.
He's the bloke that comes around and just puts on the budgie smugglers every year and then sits in the reserve seats. But he's got a
Sergio
car this year.
Perez and Bottas are the least likely to win the F1 this year. They're 1,000.
Yeah, new car, but I wouldn't mind if we had some more markets to have them finishing above a few others just because of the experience.
Yeah.
And I think they're running the Ferrari engine, which seems to be quite quick.
Constructors Championship, Mercedes 220, Ferrari 325, McLaren 375, and then Red Bull $9. That's the top four.
Yeah. Oh, well, Red Bull, it's a one-man team, so
Yes.
Max needs some help there, but he's got Hadjar this year, so could be an improvement.
Have you been watching Drive to Survive?
Well, Drive to Survive, the new season's just dropped. I usually cram it in the week before the Melbourne GP, so I haven't started that yet, but I've got a few busy nights ahead of me.
Yep.
But yeah, it's become a massive. I feel like a lot of other sports are copying the formula these days. I've seen AFL have done a few similar.
Yep. Every man and his dog in the sports industry seems to have one of those documentary series where they kind of follow a team or an athlete around for a season.
Behind the curtains.
And look, I think when Drive to Survive was maybe the pioneer of that sort of format. I think when that started, I found it really fascinating. Yeah. But there's just far too many these days. Like market. You can't watch them all. I don't think all of them are compelling enough.
No.
To really tell a story for a full season. But yeah, I guess that's the one that we wanted to talk about today. We're like, what are the proper good sports docos? Have you got a few that come to mind?
I've got a few. The first one that always pops in my head when we talk about this is the one that kind of kicked things off for me, I think, was Sunderland Till I Die.
Yep.
Which I think preceded all the All for Nothings and that sort of thing. And it was like, so Sunderland Till I Die, if you haven't watched it, folks, is based on Sunderland the FC, the now EPL team, but at the time they were in the championship when this was recorded. Probably, I feel like it would have been 15 years ago now. But at the time they were trying to get promoted back into the Premier League, so they had this documentary following the team around, talking to the players, the staff, the medical staff, the coaches, everything at the board. It was great. It's great access. But instead of getting promoted back to the Premier League, they got relegated again. And I think they got relegated. There was 2 seasons. I think they may have got relegated twice in a row. So it was an absolute dumpster fire, but it was a great documentary. And one of the players, Jack Rothwell, who came to the A-League after, he was holding the team hostage at the moment because they signed him when they were in the Premier League and he was on like huge wages at the time and he refused to leave. He just was happy to sit on the bench and get paid more than double than anyone else in the team.
Can you blame him? That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So that's a big one for me. Have you got some?
Yeah, well, I think the one sports documentary that comes to mind for me is the Last Dance. That's the really obvious one, but that's a genuine story that it happened 30 odd years ago. Yeah, and then they turned that story into an actual documentary, and they went and put the time into putting it all together.
They got all the interviews.
It's not like these ones like Sunderland, like F1, like all of the NFL ones where it's like, let's just film them and see what happens.
I think that was the perfect... So that was during COVID and everyone was just itching for something to watch. Yep. You know, you had the Tiger King or whatever. But this one, everyone was talking about it. Everyone was waiting for the next episode. It was really one of those bubbler conversations type thing brought back. But looking back, it does feel like it was a bit of propaganda.
Bit of a like Michael Jordan fluff piece.
It was a big ad for Jordan fans, and I love it because I'm Team Jordan over LeBron. But it did seem like it was he was single-handedly dragging the Bulls to 6 championships. But no, it was a great watch.
That's one that comes to mind. But in that same format, I really enjoyed the first season of The Test. That followed the Australian cricket team around. I thought that was fascinating. And
Langer pulling their heads in.
How they really changed their identity after the sandpaper situation. I thought that was a really fascinating watch. I think obviously the season's kind of got a bit rubbish towards the back end of it. Obviously the storylines were there, but I don't think they gave every single thing the love that it deserved. That's one for me. I actually... While you're thinking of one, I watched Free Solo the other day.
Free Solo is one of my favorites.
Yeah, after watching him climb that building in Taiwan, I went back because I'd never heard of him before. Yeah. I went and watched Free Solo the other night, and that was just like I couldn't I had to watch it because I couldn't be on my phone because I was sweating. My hands and my feet were sweating so much watching him scale this cliff that I couldn't actually do anything but watch. It was,
Oh, it's incredible how he's just missing that part of his brain that processes fear and stuff.
The amygdala.
Right. The amygdala. I've got a huge amygdala.
Yeah, massive. But even just the blokes that had to film it with him. Like, I wish there was a doco on that side of it as well.
Yeah, it's like the Bear Grylls camera.
Oh, man. Like, just lugging all that camera gear up the cliff and just having to be ready. Because I think he gets through it, he starts to climb it and then goes, nah, I'm not doing it today. And then they've got all their gear up there. They're like, sick. All right. Yeah, that's a really, really good doco worth watching. I think it's on Disney Plus at the moment, if you haven't seen it, listeners.
A couple more. When We Were Kings, it's quite an old one. It follows Muhammad Ali and George Foreman as they prepare for the Rumble in the Jungle, the big fight in Africa. There's a bit of politics involved in that one as well. Icarus. Don't know if you've seen that.
I've seen it on Netflix, but I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's one of the greatest. It's about doping in the world of cycling, and it kind of exposed this state doping of Russia and all that sort of stuff. That was a huge one. What are a few others?
For about a couple weeks this time last year, I was captivated by the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. That was just insane.
Well, the timing of that one was incredible with all the charges being laid.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw the change in demeanor throughout.
Yeah, that's right.
He refused to do interviews beyond a certain point.
Because that started as a fluff piece. And then the stuff came out, and then all of a sudden he wasn't in the show anymore. So that one was fascinating.
And it was all the people below him saying, father figure, father figure, father figure.
Yeah.
And then, he's actually quite a shit father to his own kids.
Yeah, poor. I felt really bad for Shane McMahon watching that one.
That was a great one. The Senna one, looping back on
Senna.
F1.
Yeah, that was incredible.
I've seen
that. That's a very, very good watch. Especially as someone that didn't know who Ayrton Senna was, going into that was just very, very cool. Yeah,
it's documentaries and these like Drive to Survive thing. They're great entryway tools to a sport.
Yeah,
especially like F1, where if you watch the actual race, you don't see the drive. They're in a helmet, they're in a suit. You don't see the personalities behind it. Football, you don't really see the personalities as much. Like they've tried it with basketball. I don't think it really works because they're so public facing. They're already celebrities. It's it just feels a bit forced with a few of these ones with current players. But yeah, there's some rippers out there. We've missed a bunch. So in the comments, leave your favourite sports doco.
Yeah. And I'm keen because I reckon there's a million that we've missed.
Yeah. I'm just mind blanking.
I can't believe we wrote down. It was like, hey, we're going to talk documentaries, and then we've gone in and not prepared anything. So that's pretty good riffing. We might take just a quick little spell. I've got. We're not going to do trivia this week, but I've got something that I reckon we will get around.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we are back. And we're not doing trivia this week because we're a man down. And this is going to be a very visual segment of the show. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, now's probably the time to either flick over to YouTube or open the Spotify app because we're doing a lot of visual stuff here. Last week, I took you and Shad down a little rabbit hole that I've really fallen in love with. And it was the alternate identities of minor league baseball teams. If you didn't see it, there's a really cool video on the Ned's socials where I went through a heap last week. Go check it out. But basically, for one night only, minor league teams rebrand themselves and they create a new identity for their teams. And it's really based on the city and the region. And what I wanted to do with you today, Jack, is I wanted to come up with some alternate identities for the NRL teams because the footy's back this weekend. Yep. We could even do some AFL ones. Let's see how we go.
Yeah, why not?
But what's happened here is I've fed ChatGPT some logos from the minor league baseball. I've explained to it what we're going to do. And from there, I think you and I should brainstorm some identities for these clubs and come up with. We'll feed that info into ChatGPT and see what kind of logo they spit out. For example, I tested it earlier, and we've got the Brisbane Brown Snakes, which would be the Broncos,
Very appropriate.
Yeah, based on the river, based on the brown snakes in the area, and then this is a fun little one. This is the Gold Coast influences based on the Titans.
Spot on, but I feel like the Titans aren't that attractive for a fan base.
No. So, I mean, where would you like to start? What club would you like to go with first?
Well, should we smash out Queensland? Should we look at the North Queensland Cowboys?
Yeah, okay. So I think the obvious ones that come to me would be like the North Queensland Mad Cows.
Yeah, I want to see what a mad cow looks like.
Let's just go for it. Okay.
There is mad cow disease.
There is. Oh, gee. That looks incredible.
That is an improvement.
Let's pull that up.
That's got to be the new team name. That's got to be a permanent switch.
Cows. He got 2 bells. He got 3 horns. His udders are a bit weird, but that's ChatGPT for you.
Yeah, 3 horns. That is a mad cow.
Mad cow. I don't mind that at all. That works really, really well.
We can't use it though. They've trademarked it.
Oh, bugger. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're about to get a cease and desist. I've really struggled with the Dolphins. I've obviously thought about this segment a fair bit. Are they Redcliffe? Do they want to be known as like further up north? Are we going as north as Bundy? Like, let's start with the region, and then from there we figure out what the Dolphins could be.
The Dwayne Bennetts. The Dolphins. They're kind of like the Broncos' little brother.
Yeah, but like this is as if their teams come up with the identity, so we can't we can't throw crap at them.
Well, Redcliffe, maybe Redcliffs.
The Redcliffs.
Well, they're not. Technically, they're not Redcliffe.
So they're going to stick with the one name.
Yeah, just the Redcliffs.
Okay, I like that a lot. Let's see what it comes up with.
I'm a bit nervous about how this one's going to show up. Jeez.
Yeah, this could be anything, really. Actually,
I love that. That's phenomenal.
Sick.
That is so good.
Up the Redcliffs.
Holy shit, I'd get behind that team.
Oh, I'm a big fan of that.
Oh, huge.
That's incredible.
Oh my God.
I could see that like on a shirt.
Yeah.
Like it's similar colors to the fins already.
We've got to, let's make some merch here.
Graphic design is my passion.
I'm thinking, because we've run out of Queensland teams.
Well, should we do the AFL ones?
Yeah. I'm wanting, because we had a beer at this pub not too long ago called the Banana Bender.
Yep.
And apparently Banana Bender is just a reference to a Queenslander.
Yeah, right.
So apparently bananas essentially grow straight and Queenslanders manually bend them. So that's where that's come from.
Okay.
But anyway, do we do maybe like the Brisbane Banana Benders for the AFL team?
That kind of works because it's like a banana kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I think I like that a lot. Let me feed that in.
Soon to be 3-time premiers, Brisbane Banana Benders.
All right. I know the pub up on the way to the sunny coast, but I never knew what it was referring to.
Very colourful pub that a lot of bikies hang out.
The other one that I think would be really cool is the Brisbane Bin Chickens. I think that would be a name that a Brisbane team could take on.
Could we? Can you find the Bin Chickens in Gold Coast?
Well, there was a Chinese restaurant near my place back home that got shut down because they were killing them out the back and deep frying them. So I think you could for a while.
I'm kind of curious as how they taste.
So this would be the Brisbane Lions rebranding as the Brisbane Banana Benders, and quite
Outrageous.
frankly, that's incredible.
I love how they've just thrown a beer into its hand.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Why not? I like that
Love
a
that.
lot. Should we do, one more?
I can
2
see
more?
like an alternate strip here with the yellow banana bender.
I think that's sick.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Well, do we do the Sydney Roosters but the Sydney Bin Chickens?
I could see them in the black and white.
Is there a more disrespected animal than the ibis? Just getting labelled a bin chicken. I feel like they were worshipped once upon a time by like Egyptians or something. I feel like
I'm not up with my ibis law, to be fair.
The fall from grace has been massive.
I like that a lot.
I do like the logo. They could have incorporated this Roosters team colours a bit more, but that is sensational.
It's doing a good job.
Yeah.
I reckon we do the Storm. I reckon we do one more,
Yeah.
and then I reckon we leave it up to the listeners to maybe give us a few more ideas. What's been your favourite so far? I think the red
Red Cliffs.
That's incredible.
Bringing an inanimate object to life is probably the best use of this.
I think. Oh, stop!
It's a latte drinking a latte.
I love that.
This is latte inception. I love this.
The Melbourne Storm have rebranded to the Melbourne Latte Sippers.
It's a tough coffee. Look,
it's got the latte art. It's got the little
the
background.
cityscape. Oh, I love this.
This is incredible.
This is one of the best. Storm and Redcliffe, look out. Big season ahead. Latte sippers.
I like this a lot. All right, one more. We're going to do Collingwood. And what was your idea for Collingwood?
Well, your idea was maybe we...
My idea?
Well...
Your idea?
The fans wrote in and they suggested maybe the Collingwood Dole Bludgers for some reason.
Yeah, I did just get that text.
Yeah. Rich actually suggested behind the production computer there. We are going to get some feedback here.
Stop it. The Collingwood Dole Bludgers. And they've really leaned on the magpie. Is that the Centrelink logo in the back?
Yeah, that is. Chat knows what it's doing.
This is incredible.
It's got a curbside couch.
That's another great logo. Let me I'll run them.
That's actually not bad.
We'll run through them just really quick. I've got them all here down the side. So this is the Collingwood Magpies being the Collingwood Dole Bludgers. Here we've got the Storm becoming the Melbourne Latte Sippers. This is the Sydney Roosters becoming the Bin Chickens. This is the Brisbane Banana Benders, who were the Brisbane Lions. I love that one. That's sick. This is my favourite. This is the Dolphins rebranding as the Red Cliffs. The North Queensland Mad Cows.
That's strong as well.
And then, obviously, the two testers I did. This is the Gold Coast Influencers and the Brisbane Brown Snakes, who are the Broncos. So there you go. I think they would need to take a page out of the minor league teams' books, and we need to have an alternate identity night. And feel free to use these, give us a little bit of a kickback, or come up with some own. And I'm keen to hear.
I've always thought there's just not enough special rounds throughout the year.
Yeah, more jerseys, more merch.
More jerseys. Get rid of the superhero round and get the alternate strip round.
Punters, what other ones could we do for different teams? Who have we forgotten? Maybe the Brisbane Brown Snakes could be something else. Mm-hmm. We'd love to hear from you, and maybe we'll throw together a few more. But yeah, I feel like both footy codes should get behind this. I think this would be a really fun little trend. Let's take another quick break and get into some punting. All right, it is time to talk a little bit of betting, and I'll tell you what, we need to pull our socks up.
There's a lot of red there. What's going on?
Whole lot of red. Let me just show you how bad the units are tracking. 19 episodes in. Shad's fall from grace needs to be studied. He was up.
He's rivaling the bin chicken.
Yeah, I think he was up like maybe 70 units at one point, and he's down to positive 7.3. So one more wrong week from him, and he's in the red just like us. I'm obviously doing the worst at minus 48.3 units. Jack, you are at minus 21.89. Last week, I had the Cows to cover and the Bulldogs to cover. I was wrong on both sides of the pill there. Shad had the Ned's player pump, which was any winger to score the first try. Fletcher Sharp ruined that. And I went to have a look at his NBA multi, and the Warriors were the first leg. They lost.
In a rough spell at the moment.
And then you took Cows to cover and overs, and the Cows obviously didn't cover. And it's so funny. I can't believe I put cows to cover on and then tipped the Knights in my actual first round of tipping. So when I saw that,
spreading the
I was
risk,
like, "Jeez." No good whatsoever. The NRL is back. I'm sticking with what I know. I'm taking the Roosters to beat Shad's Warriors. I'm taking the Broncos to beat Penrith. And then I'm taking the Dolphins to beat, I believe...
The Red Cliffs, mate.
The Red Cliffs, sorry. I'm taking the Red Cliffs to beat the Rabbitohs. That's 479. Shad has kind of copied me, but I didn't tell him. But he's taken the Storm Broncos into the Red Cliffs, 464.
Storm week 1, that's a lock usually, isn't it?
That actually is. They haven't... I don't think in the Wayne Bellamy era, the Storm have ever lost a round 1 game.
Wayne Bellamy.
What did I say? What's his name? Craig. I might have CTE.
Yeah.
I haven't got yours up there, mate. So you're going to have to talk me through it.
I'm going to split my units in half. It is opening round of the AFL. I'm not going the head-to-heads. There's 4 games on this weekend. I'm looking at goals markets.
Okay.
And I'm picking a player from each game to kick 2+ goals.
Okay.
So first game between the Suns and the Cats, I'm taking Ben King for 2+ goals.
Yep.
Then I am taking Charlie Curnow for the Swans to kick 2+ goals against his former side, Carlton. Then I'm taking another Charlie.
My boy.
Your boy, Charlie Cameron, to
Huge.
kick 2+ goals against the Western Bulldogs. And then I'm taking Aaron Cadman to kick 2+ goals for the Giants against Hawthorn. Multi that all together, you're getting $7.47.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah, Charlie's $2.25 to kick 2. So.
He looked very good for Western Australia, and I watched their little warm-up game last week against the Suns. He looked incredible there as well.
Actually, slap 7 of my units on that one.
Oh, stop it. All right, we're actually being a bit bold here.
And then 3 units, first race of the year, F1.
Yep.
Max Verstappen to win the race, $4.33. George is the favourite. Max doesn't like George. Wouldn't be surprised if he does a little pit manoeuvre on him and sends him crashing out lap 1.
Hopefully they get on. All right, so to sum up 10 units this week, I'm going all 10 units on the Roosters, Bronx, and Dolphins at 479.
Yep.
Shad's taking the Storm, Bronx, and Dolphins at 464. Jack's actually gone bold. He's gone brave. I respect this a lot. 7 units, Ben King, Charlie Curnow, Charlie Cameron, Aaron Cadman, 2+ goals, 747. And then his other 3 units, Max Verstappen to win in Melbourne, 433. I like both of those, just quietly. I might follow you on my personals on those ones. That'll do us, I reckon. Have you got anything else you want to add?
No, it's been a nice break without Shad here, so I feel
like
refreshed. I feel like we got through a lot of stuff. And
he picks on me a little bit too much, so it's nice not to get bullied. So that was very nice.
I'm sure he'll find some kind edits for you out of this pod now.
Exactly. We'll...
Do we want to spin the wheel for...
Let's just spin the wheel. But if it's Shout Lunch...
spin each?
Okay. So we just get punished, do we? Why not?
Just for the fans.
Just because it's gonna. There goes Shout Lunch.
Promote the show.
You gotta promote the show. You get to do.
Guys, watch the show.
All right, and I'll spin it. This will be Shout Lunch for sure. Go away. Are you serious? 1 week ban from the show.
I was wondering where my next meal was going to come from.
Luckiest payday. All right. Thank you very much. We'll bloody see you next week.
Ciao.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website